We're holding over here in the chapter of Migdash Galus Geula of Rav Gershon Edelstein of how to bring about the ultimate Geula Be'ez Hashem. We spoke about two things so far that we have to improve upon. One is Torah, finding more time and more energy to learn deeper and understand things. Tefillah, our prayers, understanding that when we're standing in front of our Kodesh Baruch Hu, literally nothing else exists except our conversation with Hashem. And the third part of that mission is Torah Avodah Ugemilas Chasadim, acts of kindness. And he writes, Gemilas Chasadim Avas Habriyos, it's loving your fellow Jew, Umidos Toivos, and inculcating into yourself the proper and the good character traits. And he writes like this, the third thing, we did, the two things of Avodah were, Torah is between us and Hashem, Tefillah is between us and Hashem, and now we have the third thing, which is Bein Adam Lecharer, between us and our fellow man. Gemilos Chasadim v'Avas Habios, it's acts of kindness, and it's also showing that love that you have for another person. K'moshekasav, like it says in Torah, V'afta l'reyecha kamecha, you must love your fellow Jew the way you love yourself. And the Ramchal writes in the Mesilas Yesharim, HaChiyuv, what is the chiyuv of V'afta l'reyecha kamecha? How far do you have to go to love another Jew the way you love yourself? Kamecha mamish, literally like yourself. Bli shum abdel, no difference. There's no difference between the guy that's sitting next to you and yourself. There's no difference between a Jew that is in need and yourself. Exactly the way that you love yourself, hopefully you do love yourself, otherwise it makes it hard to love somebody else like that. Assuming that you love yourself and you care about yourself and you want what's best for yourself, so when you see another Jew, you love that person the way you love yourself. Mamish says the Mesilas, literally. When Shai Tshuva writes, Rabbi Yoda says, Chayiv Adam litroch b'drishas toiv la'amai. A person has an obligation to seek and to search good for his fellow Jew. V'lishkoid be'amon nafshay, and he has to be very diligent in the hard work that he puts in. Al takanas chaveroi, for helping out his friend. Al dal v'masha, whether the person is poor, whether the person is rich. We have obligations to look to be, how can we do the best for this particular person. This is from the most stringent things that we have. How to look out for the good of another Jew. Like it says in Micha, I'll tell you, Adam, man, what is good, and what does HaKadosh Baruch Hu want from you? Kim asais mishpat v'avas chesed, you should do acts of mishpat, of justice, and love chesed. The Horowitz writes on those words that it's not enough just to want to do chesed. It's not enough just to do an act of chesed. It's not enough just to be a nice guy. The pasuk is telling you, v'avas chesed, you have to love doing chesed. If you love doing chesed, nothing will get in your way. Avraham Avinu loved chesed, nothing got in his way. If you don't love chesed, the moment that it's inconvenient for you, the inconvenience will take more prominence than the chesed itself, and you won't do the chesed. So v'avas chesed. A person must put in the effort that is what he's capable of doing, to reach a level where he loves doing chesed. And he echoes what he said before by learning Torah. If a person is able to do more chesed, they can find more ways to love chesed, and they don't make the effort that is necessary, that is the sin that this person is doing. Now he writes, "V'gam chorban beis hamikdash hayamachmas haverosh ben adam lechavero." As we know, the reason that the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed was because of sins ben adam lechavero, between us and our fellow Jew. Kamoshamu, like it says in the Gemara, Mikdash Sheni, the second Beis Hamikdash, mimnei ma chorev. Why was it destroyed? Because in that generation there was something that we all are familiar with, Sinas Chinam, senseless hatred, baseless hatred of another Jew. The Gabu Dereinu, in our generation as well, Adayin Yesh Sinas Chinam. We also have Sinas Chinam. Everybody has some kind of a level of Sinas Chinam, of a hatred for no reason to somebody else. How do we know this? Sha'amr, because it says in the Yerushalmi, Kol dor shaloi nivna beis hamikdash, any generation in which the Beis Hamikdash is not built b'yomav in their days, malin olav ki'ilu hachrivu, it's as if we ourselves have destroyed the Beis Hamikdash. V'aynu shador asham bazeh shaloi nivna beis hamikdash, that means the same sin that destroyed it thousands of years ago must be the sin that our generation is still struggling with today. We continue in the way of the sinful behavior of the generations before that destroyed the Beis Hamikdash. And this has created the continuation and the longevity of the Chorban, of the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, which we are facing. So he's going into the idea of Chesed. Chesed is something that a person must love. And as we will see, if you're someone who loves Chesed, you love doing good for somebody else, you care about other people, you're not going to be able to hate somebody else. You can't hate another Jew when all that your mind is occupied with is, my life is for Chesed, my life is to do good for others. And we'll see a very beautiful, tomorrow we'll see in Mirz Hashem, a very beautiful explanation of why the sin of Sinas Chinam, this senseless hatred that we harbor inside of ourselves, why it is such a detrimental sin, and why it is the Beis Hamikdash was destroyed, and why it's still lying in ruins 2,000 years later, and what we need to do as individuals and as a nation to be Zeiche and Mirz Hashem to rebuild the Bayis Shlishi, the third Beis Hamikdash, B'mheira v'yameinu.